Rumor has it that inside Cook County Jail, something went down. An altercation between Holly Johnson and a correctional officer. Allegedly, Holly spit on the guard. And if that's true, it says everything about who she is right now. Angry, defiant, and still refusing to accept that she's exactly where she belongs. But while Holly is allegedly throwing tantrums behind bars, her lawyers are fighting a different battle. They filed an appeal to get her released. And the appellate court just answered. Not with a decision, but with a demand. Bring us everything. Bring us the videos, the exhibits, every piece of evidence from those detention hearings. Because right now, they're not ready to rule. And what happens next could determine whether Holly Johnson stays locked up or walks free while awaiting trial. Before we break down this latest legal twist, this is True Crime Unraveled. If you want the real analysis, not the rumors, hit subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook at True Crime Unraveled TV. We read every comment and we appreciate this community. Now let's get into it. For those who need a refresher, on September 8th, 2025, Romica Meeks dropped her 7-year-old son off at school near Cermak and State Street in Chicago. Minutes later, she was shot 3 times in the face. The shooter, Quidaja Holly Johnson. She had a concealed carry license, but that didn't give her the right to execute an unarmed woman in a school zone. Holly was arrested 90 days later, after initially being released without charges, and now faces a mountain of charges. The indictment shows 6 counts of first-degree murder under Illinois Statute 720 ILCS May 1st, 14. Each count charges Holly with intentionally killing Romica, or intending to cause great bodily harm, or acting with knowledge that her actions would cause death. Some counts specify the use of a firearm, the discharge of that firearm, and that the killing happened near a school. This isn't just a single murder charge. It's a stacked case with multiple pathways to conviction. Now here's the new development. On March 19th, 2026, just days ago, the Illinois Appellate Court First District issued an order. Presiding Justice Mitchell, Justice Mikva, and Justice Odin Johnson signed it. And what does it say? The court is ordering Holly Johnson, the appellant, to supplement the record with any exhibits, video or otherwise, that were before the circuit court in her pretrial detention hearings. They have until March 25th, 6 days from the order, to file these materials with the clerk of the circuit court. Then the clerk must immediately certify and transmit them to the appellate court. This is not a decision. This is not Holly being released. This is the appellate court saying, we don't have everything we need to rule. Something is missing. And until we see it, this appeal is on pause. Let's break this down. The defense filed an appeal under Rule 604H, asking the higher court to overturn Judge Clancy's decision to keep Holly locked up. The appellate court could have simply affirmed or reversed. Instead, they issued this order. That means they believe important materials are missing. Maybe it's the video evidence. Maybe it's the exhibits the state used. Maybe it's something the defense didn't include in their initial filing. What happens if the defense misses the March 25th deadline? The court could dismiss the appeal, or they could rule based on the incomplete record. But the more likely scenario is they'll give a short extension. But here's the key. The court is taking this seriously. They want to see everything. They want to understand why Judge Clancy made the decision he made. They want to know if the state's evidence really justified detention. And once the materials are submitted, the clerk certifies them. Any video evidence must be uploaded to the court's case center. No shortcuts. No missing pages. This is a procedural move, but it tells us something. The appellate court isn't ready to let Holly out, and they're not ready to keep her locked up, not without seeing the full picture. So what's missing? It could be surveillance footage from the scene. It could be witness statements that were only summarized in court. It could be the body-worn camera footage from officers who responded. Whatever it is, the court is saying we can't decide without it. Now, if the missing evidence strengthens the state's case, if it shows Holly as the aggressor, if it confirms Romica was unarmed and not advancing, then the appellate court will likely uphold detention. Holly stays in jail. But if the missing evidence raises questions, if it suggests the lower court didn't have all the facts, then the court could reverse or send the case back for a new detention hearing. And if that happens, Holly could potentially be released on electronic monitoring while she awaits trial. That's the scenario everyone following this case is watching. Because if the court finds the state's evidence weak, or if they believe Judge Clancy abused his discretion, Holly could walk out of jail. That's why this order matters. It's not a win for either side, yet. It's a pause, a demand for completeness. Now here's my take. The appellate court could have simply denied the appeal. They didn't. They could have granted it. They didn't. Instead, they asked for more. That tells me they are being meticulous. They are not rushing to let a first-degree murder defendant out on a technicality. They want to see the very evidence that convinced Judge Clancy to deny bond 3 separate times. And let's be honest, the defense has been sloppy throughout this case. Missing deadlines, incomplete filings, arguments that fall apart under scrutiny. Now the appellate court is calling them out, essentially saying, "You want us to overturn a detention order? Then give us everything you had in that courtroom, and we'll decide." Meanwhile, Holly is allegedly getting into altercations with guards. If that rumor is true, it doesn't help her case. Judges don't look favorably on defendants who can't behave even while in custody. It reinforces the idea that she is a danger, not just to the community, but to anyone around her. So where does this leave us? The ball is in the defense's court. They have until March 25th to produce the missing materials. If they fail, the appeal could be dismissed. If they succeed, the appellate court will review everything and issue a final ruling. That ruling could come anytime after the record is complete. And when it does, we'll know if Holly Johnson stays behind bars or gets a second chance at freedom. The question for you, do you think the missing evidence will help or hurt the state's case? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. To our incredible community, thank you. Thank you for standing with Romica, for keeping her name alive, for demanding justice. If this breakdown helped you understand the case, please like this video, subscribe to True Crime Unraveled on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook at True Crime Unraveled TV. Share this update, because on April 1st, the next court date, we need the world watching. For Romica, for her son, for the truth. We'll see you in the next update.
Okay, this is what we're going to talk about. Okay, we're going to talk about the Appellate Court of Illinois' First Judicial District. Okay, we're talking about the appeal from the Circuit Court of Cook County in reference to Quadasia Johnson, the defendant and appellate. Okay, so let's get down to the business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the actual entry that was entered on March 19th. And then I'm going to break down some of the information so that you guys can kind of see what these scenarios could be and what could actually take place. So for those of you who are just now following me and who are just now following me on the Romica Blackman case in reference to the defendant, Quadasia Johnson, I am a paralegal and a financial expert, and I've been covering the case since the very beginning. So the information that is coming out and being released is very, very important to the public because we have been following this case so closely. And of course, a lot of us just don't want her, Quadasia Johnson, to be released. To give you a short recap, Romica Blackman was unalived in broad daylight September 8th, 2025 before 10 a.m. Okay. She lost her life by someone who had a CCL license to carry, which was Quadasia Johnson. She unalived her and she actually was in a school zone. Okay. It was broad daylight. People were going to school. The world was moving around, and she decided that she wanted to use her firearm, which ultimately led to Romica Blackman losing her life. Okay. The whole world, hey, beautiful. The whole world has been in a crazy uproar about it because Romica Blackman was a beautiful, popular queen, absolutely gorgeous, smart, intelligent, amazing parent, amazing person, amazing friend, amazing daughter, amazing sister. And she has been greatly missed. Her family has been absolutely devastated since her life was taken. They did a very beautiful funeral for her, and the world has just captured the hearts of globally. And we've been on this case like white on rice, and we want justice for Romica Blackman. Okay. Yes. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to dive a little bit deeper, because as we get closer to April Fool's Day, that's when the next court date is. There's a lot of information that the content creators are going to cover and things like that we need to focus. Now, as you guys know, I'm a legal researcher, and I like to share information that I research. And also I get information that I can actually share with the public behind the scenes with my fellow paralegals. And I like to share this information because this case means a whole lot to me. I really want to see conviction take place in reference to Romica's Blackman losing her life. Her child is in the care of his grandparents, and she had only one child, and it's very devastating for her child. To be without his mother, but the family is doing a phenomenal job caring for him, taking care of him, and helping him to continue to be provided for and loved despite the loss of his mother. That's really, really important to us. Okay. Rumor has it. Y'all know I gotta act a fool. Rumor has it. But seriously, rumor has it that, and this is allegedly, if there's something that you know that you ain't told me, baby, come and let me know. But from what I understand, I was told that there was an altercation between Quadasia Johnson and a guard at the Cook County Jail, honey. They saying that the guard did not get in no trouble. And they saying that allegedly Quadasia Johnson spit on this guard. What y'all think this is about? Who thinks this is true? Who thinks this is true? I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it for 1 single second minute. You know, the ultimate disrespect that the woman had displayed when she was released and all the chaos that she created on the internet. No, I wouldn't doubt that she would disrespect a guard, and a guard would have had to felt the need to have to beat her ass. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that it happened, but I'm saying that the rumor has it. So, yeah. What y'all think? Nina coming through. Okay, so let's go to class. Everybody sit down, relax. If you need to go get your wine, your drink, whatever you need to go get it. Come back and sit your ass down, because it's time for us to get this shit popping, okay? And tonight, you know that you gotta watch Keys tonight. Because you know Keys gonna break the stuff down. Keys gonna do what he gotta do. And I love watching Keys. He's one of my favorites besides Upper and Code Piece. So those are my favorites. I'm going to have my favorites of content creators that I like to follow. You know what? Araceli says she probably found out the guard was screwing community dick loves. Probably because, baby, I heard that thing was slanging. I mean, I don't know. This is all alleged. But yeah, he seems to be like he wants to, you know. I'm expecting her to never get out. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the summarized information, but I'm going to read the whole I'm going to read the whole document, which is number 126-0116B. You following me? Okay. Let me zoom into this so I can see good. Okay. So order, this is an order, okay? And this is the Peoples of State Illinois, the plaintiff appellee, which is Quadasia Johnson, the defendant and appellate, okay? So presiding Justice Mitchell, Justice Mikiva, and Justice Olden Johnson order as follows. So the three judges have a order that they put and submitted on March 19th from the Appellate Court First District. You following? You following me? If you're following, throw us some pink hearts to support Romica, because we are always and forever justice for Meeks, baby, no matter what time of day it is. And like I told my girl earlier, you think you're going to talk shit about Meeks, you're fixing to have some problems, because we going to come through and we going to talk our shit, because one thing we going to do is we going to defend Meeks. They call us the Pink Mafia or the Romicians. And baby, one thing we gonna do is go ham and cheese about Meeks. So don't play when it comes to her name. How about that? Anyway, so those are three judges that have to make a decision. So they submitted an order, baby, because baby, they gonna do this thing fair. Ain't nobody about to be getting no free brownie points and because we know this person and this and that. That's not what's finna happen, baby. You nah. It's gonna be fair. And it's going to be according to the law. These decisions will be made, and they need more information to make a decision on if they're going to allow her pretrial release, and if they agree what Attorney Williams stated, what originally led to the appeal. Okay, so let's go on ahead and read this without further ado. Okay, so it says on the court's own motion, it is hereby ordered. Appellant is directed to supplement the record with any exhibits, video, or otherwise that were before the circuit court in her pretrial detention hearings on before March 25th, 2026. Appellant Johnson shall file these exhibits with the clerk of the circuit court. The clerk of the circuit court shall then immediately certify and transmit to the clerk of this court a supplement to the record on appeal, with any video exhibits made available in case center. Okay. Upon receipt by this court, the supplemental record will be treated as having been filed with leave of the court. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's break that down, because I understand that some of us kind of get caught up with the big words and things like that. So we're going to break this document down with some legal research, and we're going to express exactly what they're talking about, because we need to know. We don't want her getting out. Y'all know we don't want her getting out. If you don't want her getting out, say hell no and throw some pink emojis. And I'm going to go ahead and state mine. Hell no. Pink flowers and pink hearts. Yes, you can go. Hell no. Pink flowers and pink hearts. What about y'all? Hell no. Don't want her out. Pink flowers and pink hearts. What you think? Hell the fuck no. Pink flowers and pink hearts. Because who y'all playing with? Who y'all trying to release? Who y'all thinking about releasing? Nah, we ain't never been with that. Matter of fact, we wanted the chick incarcerated immediately, and she was released on the same day. Somebody say hell the fuck no. We don't want that. Hell the fuck no. Okay? because that's not what we want. Why do we not want that? Why do we not want that? Why do we not want that even though it's not up to us? It's up to the judges. Let's talk about the judges again. We'll say their names again. It's up to the judges. It ain't about it. It's not up to us. But if we had to decide, hell nah. So the presiding Justice Mitchell, Justice McKeeva, and Justice Olden Johnson. If we got some researchers in the back, I want you guys to research these judges, because I like to do research on everything. What I want you guys to do is I want you to go and research these judges and check out their history. You know, check them out. See their success. See how long they've been doing this. See what the world has to say about them. So we're gonna do for the Appellate Court, Illinois, First Judicial District. We're gonna research Justice Mitchell, Justice McKeeva. Mikva. Sorry, I could have messed that up. That is Mikva. And then we're going to do Justice Olden Johnson. We're going to research them. We want to see what's up. We want to see how they move, how they work, their success. Okay? Just because it's best for us to become educated and just know. Okay? Now, let's break this thing down so that everybody can understand. Okay, so basically, this is not a final decision. Nobody said that she was getting out. This is just a court order. The judges are requesting more information. Okay, so this is not a final decision at all. This is an interim, a procedural order where the appellate court is saying, we cannot properly rule yet. We don't know. We can't decide yet. Okay, we need more evidence. We need more evidence from the lower court so we can make a decision. What you think about that? Isn't that fair? Isn't that fair? Instead of them just rushing and making a decision based on whatever it is that they received. So whatever it is that they received, evidently it wasn't enough. So if I'm hitting the right spots, throw me some pink emojis, because I want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. If I'm hitting the right spot, say, Nina, girl, you got it. Come on, Nina. Or just throw me some pink emojis and let me know that we're hitting the right spots. Because one thing that we're going to do is understand what's going on when it comes to this Romica case. Why? Because we are strong advocates and supporters of Romica. We absolutely stand behind justice, and we absolutely must see a conviction. And going along with that, we truly want to see Carlos go to jail. But, you know, we're going to let the prosecution handle that. We're going to let them do their job, because at the end of the day, it's not up to us. It's not up to us. But if we had a choice, Quadasia Johnson will be convicted and Carlos ass will be in jail, heading to the feds, getting ready for a conviction. And that was if it was up to us, but it ain't up to us, right? Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's break down what the judges are requiring. Okay, what the judges are requiring is that the defense, and we already know who the defense attorney is. That's going to be Attorney Williams. Thank you for that, because in order for us to get true justice, of course, Holly has a right to a fair trial, and whatever these cases are, she has a right to an attorney, and she has an attorney, and her attorney is doing the job that pays her. Okay, and we've been following along. Okay, so they want the defense and the appellate, Quadasia Johnson, to provide any exhibits. Okay, somebody define exhibits. Where's my researcher? Where's my researchers? In the matter of court procedures, define exhibits and put it in there. Any video evidence, we already know what that is, right? Anything that was used in the original detention hearing. Now, how fair would it be It wouldn't be fair to Romica and the family, and it wouldn't be fair to Holly if they just made a decision based off of everything that was stated, that was presented from the attorney. Today, Mika Ingram says we need more stricter laws to not allow a murderer to get an option to file an appeal for pretrial release. Why even allow this? And we are with you. So what I'm going to do, and that's going to make us stretch this video a little bit longer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do the research, and I'm going to share with you what typically happens when it comes to a first degree murder case, in reference to when it's first degree, and also in reference to if someone was unalived. Okay, there's different things. There's different rules when it comes to whether the person is still here, whether there's great bodily injury, or whether the person was unalived. And in our case, Romica was unalived, right? So let's keep moving. Okay, so this means that the appellate court believes important materials are missing. It's always some shit missing with the defense in it. Somebody say it. It's always some shit missing. Y'all know it's true. When have they not been missing shit? If I'm wrong, say Nina, you wrong. But y'all know I'm not wrong. They always missing shit. They don't have enough material to decide if the judges, if those other judges made a proper decision. They don't have enough material. And guess what? According to the law, they have to have proof beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is why the decision was made in the manner that it was made, and this is why we're sticking to it, or this is why we're changing this. It's always some shit missing. I no disrespect to anybody, but aren't we gonna call it like we see it, as we always do? Because who can't be fooled? We can. No, we can't be fooled, baby. They be trying to fool us, baby. They done tried to fool us this whole time. And hey, none of that has worked. None of that has worked. Okay, so they have been given a deadline. So this order was signed on the 19th. So they have practically been given 6 days to pull this shit together. If y'all listening and following, say they got 6 days to get their shit together with the pink heart. They got 6 days. They got 6 days to get their shit together. So what happens if they don't meet that deadline? What happens? What's going to happen if they don't meet that deadline? You think they can come up with some shit in 6 days? That means they got to supply them with everything that they presented when it took place in the lower courts, so they can see what those judges seen, and they can determine why those judges made that decision. Yes, Crystal. Crystal, I love you. I hope you're okay. I seen a post. I meant to message you, girl. Hey, baby. I hope you're okay. Crystal Medina. Okay, let's see what Katrina says. Yes, they are always something missing. But the bottom line is they are trying everything they can to get shit together. But the bottom line is God will not bless no mess, period. It's a mess, child. It's a mess, child. And you know what? Romica should still be here. Yes. And that's why we're gathered here today, because we feel in our hearts that it didn't require for Romica to lose her life in the manner that she lost her life. It didn't require for Romica's son to lose his mother. It didn't require for Miss Tina to lose her daughter. It didn't require for Romica's siblings to lose their baby sister, because she was the baby. That didn't require that. Okay? And even though it's up to the judges and the jury to decide, we don't support that. We have never supported that from the very beginning. Okay, so let's talk about, so we know the deadline. Who knows the deadline that they have to submit everything that they're supposed to submit? Did somebody define exhibit and court procedures? I need you guys to stay with me, and I need my researchers who defined exhibit in court proceedings, so that we can make sure that everybody's on the same page, and we can make sure that you guys are following along as well. We want everybody to know. We already know what videos are, okay? But we want us to define exhibit, because this is what the judges are requesting. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a minute or so. Come through like you always do. Come through. Who's coming through with the definition of exhibit when it comes to court proceedings? Okay, so let's keep it going until somebody defines exhibit for us. Okay, so the clerk responsibilities, once the exhibits and the material and everything that they need is submitted by the 25th. March 25th is all they got. March 25th. Hey, Ashley, welcome from Texas. Yes, we're nationwide and we're global. We're talking about the Romica Blackman case. Okay, so they have until March 25th. We already know somebody put down, they got until March 25th to get their shit together and submit. So once they submit this on March 25th at the deadline, right, the circuit court clerk must certify the materials. Do you remember that one time when we were following the case so closely that Judge Clancy said that they weren't going to be able to use the video footage because the timestamps didn't line up? Remember that? Do you guys remember that? When them timestamps didn't line up, when shit wasn't acting, when shit wasn't right, and they was just trying to do anything, they can't pull that. No. Because guess what? It's up to the clerk, the court clerk, to certify the materials. I don't believe they can come up with any new shit. They have to send once the court clerk certifies the materials, they have to send it to the appellate court for the judges, the 3 judges, to view. Okay, let's see what Krista said. A court exhibit is a physical object, document, photograph, or electronic record formally introduced as evidence during a trial or hearing to prove facts. In my polo voice. These items must be marked, authenticated, and submitted by a judge, becoming part of the official court record. They differ from testimony, which is aura. Let's go. Because who's not playing about Romica Blackman? Raise your hand. We not. And we've never played. Okay, let's see what Lucinda said. Use physical and exhibit evidence in court to strengthen case. An exhibit in a courtroom is a document, object, a photograph, audio, or visual. So that means that they just can't come up with any bullshit. Okay, this is going to be certified. Somebody has a job to do in reference to this. Okay, so any video evidence must be uploaded to the court's center in the case center. Okay, that's standard procedure. Okay, so the automatic acceptance. Once it's received, the appellate court will treat the new materials as officially part of the appeal. Now, tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think, and this is just us talking, we on the phone, do y'all think this shit's gonna fly? I don't think this shit gonna fly. I don't think anything they can ever come up with is gonna justify it. I don't think it's fly. I think it's gonna fly. I don't think it's gonna fly. I think this shit is gonna be an epic fail. We're also gonna talk about what takes place if it doesn't go our way. Because mentally, we will have to prepare ourselves, even though I don't feel like we need to prepare ourselves. But mentally, we need to prepare ourselves for whatever the possibilities are. And yes, we're going to talk about the possibilities here because, baby, I don't play when it comes to my advocacy, baby. We're going to drop the whole tea and nothing but the tea. And we're going to understand what can happen if we win or the fuck lose, which we ain't never losing when it comes to Romica Blackman. We're always up on the win. When have we not won? The only thing that we lost that we cannot absolutely stand is Romica's life. And we can't stand it that we lost her. That this world lost her. We can't stand that. We are not here to lose anything the fuck else when it comes down to this case. We are not here for that. Okay? Krista, hey baby girl. She says, I think that she sent over a brief without submitting the evidence from court. Possibility. Karma says, no, I think everything going to be counted for. They want all the evidence and we going to deliver. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And the evidence from court was weak as fuck anyway. It was always weak. It was always a mess. It's always been a disaster. And I mean, it's just, it's nothing that we're doing. If everybody would have just left Romica alone that day, then we wouldn't be here. And then these three judges wouldn't have had to be summoned to figure out whether this heifer deserves to be free or not. You're terrorizing the inmates. You're terrorizing the fucking, what are they? The officers, the correction officers. You're doing a lot of shit. You was terrorizing the internet, terrorizing the Romica supporters. Like, when does this end? Taylor says, another thing that pissed me off is when they let Holly write out for a few months, but I'm happy they got her ass. Girl, we was all mad about it. I think that right there made us all come together and we were all like, no. That's what led me to go deeper into investigating the case because I couldn't accept it. I couldn't accept that she wasn't going to jail. Okay, I couldn't accept it. I was not well. So that's when I started going in on my research. Hey, Trina, girl. Hey, girl. What's up? Okay, Natalia, in my opinion, Holly has no case. Lock her the fuck up. Exactly. That's how we feel. Crystal says, they did that so the charges can stick, baby. Them charges is going to stick to their ass like a bowl of grits. They fixing to stick like a bowl of grits. Okay? Because who the fuck y'all playing with thinking that you about to be out here just killing motherfuckers and you just finna get away with it, baby? We never played that. The people don't play that. When have we ever played that? Unalive and innocent, unarmed women? No, we've never played that. Anyway, so the automatic acceptance. The appellate court will treat the new materials as officially a part of the appeal. No extra permission needed. They already granted it. So that means that when they go over everything checks out, everything's good. Boom, it's going to go into that thing and it's going to be ready to rock and roll and it's going to be ready. Y'all know I got to say something. It is going to stick like a bowl of grits. Y'all know what's up. So what does this mean for us legally? This is what it means legally. This is actually significant for a few reasons. The court is taking the appeal seriously. That means if this heifer has any legal leeway to be released, then we got to suck it the fuck up. And I said if. I didn't say did. If she has any legal leeway, and if she has any fucking loophole that they can come up with, or if there is any evidence, we're going to talk about that in a minute, and about, give us 5 minutes. If there's any evidence that could ever mean that she was being attacked in any kind of way and that she didn't have a way to retreat, then maybe we're going to be pissed. Maybe. But I doubt it. And we're going to talk about that too. Okay. Let's keep going. The courts is taking this seriously. Because guess what? The other judges had made a decision to keep her locked up. These judges have to determine whether that decision was according to the law and not nobody's feelings. So that's why they need these this evidence, these videos, these exhibits, and all of this stuff, because they need to check this out and they need to determine, hey, was this the best decision based on according to the law? Was this the best decision according to the law? What was this biased? Like, what was this about? Okay. Thank you, girl. You know, my husband, you know, and they pink. I love him. But you know, my husband, he gonna keep my eye game right, y'all. He's a real accessories type of guy. So, and he knows that I like to be fabulous. So he gonna make sure my stuff is fabulous. So, they are not rushing. And you know what? I'm glad it's those judges and not me. Because if it was me or y'all, we would have been like, denied. Y'all say denied because that's what we would have been doing. Denied. No, your ass ain't getting out. Denied. What? Oh, we don't give a shit about that evidence. Fuck that. Hell no. Take her ass back to the back. Nah. We not with that shit. Bitch, you're not gonna be running around here unaliving people and think we finna be cool with it. Take her back. That's gonna be us. That's why it's not our job. Okay? It ain't our job. Denied. Period, point blank. Go to jail. Do not pass go, bitch. Bye. And then what is Nino Brown's word? See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. You're damn right we deny that. We deny her ass. Damn right. Because we still can't really receive the fact that you decided to unalive your son's brother's mom. Like, we still can't receive it and accept it. Thank God that the court system is set up to be fair and remove their personal feelings, because our feelings is all in this. Stay your stinking ass in there, wench. Exactly. And you causing drama. You're causing drama with the fucking correction officers and shit, allegedly, where they feel like they gotta beat your ass. Like, girl, sit your ass down and chill out. Like, how you already locked up? Why make it worse for yourself? Sit your ass down and pray about it at this point. Damn. And it's a lot of people that wish that she did get her ass whooped, but we're not for that. We're for justice. We want her to be here to be charged. That's what we want. I don't know if she's still pregnant or not, but all I do know is allegedly the correction officer or the officer that beat the shit out of her, don't know if that's really true, but allegedly nothing happened with the officer, allegedly. And that is if she did get her ass whooped, because we don't really know. Taylor is not playing. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, the current record, meaning the current information, is incomplete. So that's why they're given these 6 little days to pull their shit together. Now they're down to 5, right? So this suggests that the appellate court did not receive everything. So you're going to come in here half-assed and you're going to say that your client deserves to be released and you ain't even got everything? You don't even got everything, but you're going to say that this client need to be released. Come on. They're giving them 6 days to pull their shit together. Gloria says, if they let her out knowing she got back facing for life, there's no telling what she may do while she's out. I don't think the public is safe. I don't think the public is safe. Keys don't think the public is safe. Upper don't think the public is safe. All the big creators do not believe that the public is safe, even though it's not up to us. We could be biased because we're Team Romica. It ain't up to us. But we don't agree with her ass being released. Do y'all not remember all the fucking drama that we had on the internet whenever we were even doing lives about the situation? How toxic the trolls was? Baby, when she was out, them trolls was out in packs. I couldn't even get done with one whole fucking video without them coming and being with the shits. Seriously. Couldn't. Okay, let's stay on task. Okay, so, or something critical like video evidence may impact the decision. Well, we know that the prosecution had a lot of evidence. Don't we know that? We know that the prosecution did not come to play. We know that the prosecution is overly prepared to handle this shit. Don't we know that? Everybody comment overly with the pink heart, baby, because they didn't come to play. They never played. Let me see if I can put a girly color on. Let's put a girly color on for Meeks. Baby, they never played when it came to Meeks. They never played. They did not play at all. Not biased. That girl has shown she's not wrapped too tight. Just listening to the jail inmate conversation. Yup. Yes, and you were definitely the first one on this case because I have been following you. Job well done, and you're counting to carry the torch. Baby, I'm always down for Meeks. And you know what? I never let what they've ever said about me stop me from staying focused because, baby, I gotta see justice, baby. I got to see the conviction. If I can see the justice take place and if we can get the conviction, I guarantee you I'm going to sleep better. I guarantee you I'm going to sleep better. The prosecution has been overly prepared and holding Meeks down. Overly. And nobody can tell us otherwise because they haven't slipped on shit. And I truly, truly doubt if they haven't slipped from the beginning, they ain't fixing to start slipping now. So let's stay on task because there's a lot more that we need to talk about. And I don't want to hold y'all because I want y'all's minds to be relaxed, fresh, and clear when you go to Key's channel tonight so that you can receive everything that's being put out there tonight so that we can ponder upon this. And then we'll have another discussion as we get closer. And of course, we will be sharing the update when we get the final decision, won't we? Yes, the hell we will. And you can count on that. Okay, so the possible impact on detention. This is where we come in because our feelings and how we feel and what we believe and what we think. And we don't want her ass being released, do we? No, the hell we don't. So the possible impact on detention decision. The missing evidence could relate to probable cause, threat level, nature of the incident, credibility of claims made in the hearing. Okay. If additional evidence weakens the state's position, and that's the prosecution, it could support a release. That ain't what the fuck we want. But it ain't up to us. And this is why those 3 judges are saying, hey, we can't make a decision right now. We need, baby, we need a little bit more tea for us to make a firm decision on this. We're not, nah. Go on over there, get y'all shit together, come back. We'll revisit this. You got until the 25th. And then we finna see. Because right now, we don't even know. We don't. You know how when our kids come to us and they tell us a story about some shit that done happen, and the story is one-sided, and they left out all kinds of shit, and then we're like, look, no, you need to go and get so-and-so and come on in here, and then go get everybody, damn it. Get everybody in here and let's talk about it. Because it's not enough. Okay? It's not enough. It's not enough to determine whether she should continue to stay detained and under, in the jail, or enough to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and release her to electronic monitoring. Okay? So they're basically saying, hey, go get your shit together, come back. Okay? Now, it could also modify bond conditions, but there isn't any bond here. Remember, because in the state of Illinois, for first degree murder, there is no bond. So that wouldn't pertain to us. Okay. Felita says, if she's released, I'm coming to Chicago. Oh, Lord. Gloria says, are they going to read the previous judge on the case records and be taken into consideration? Everything about what took place in the smaller courts is relevant to why they need more information to make the decision, because what the smaller courts received is what's important in helping them to make the decision on whether the decision was just or not. Does that make sense? So that basically means that we need to see why these judges, remember, it was multiple judges. It wasn't just one. Okay. We need to see why these judges made this decision. Okay. We need to know why these judges made this decision. Once we figure this out, then we can make a firm decision. So that's what they're saying. Hey, go out and get all your material, go get all your stuff, your exhibits, your video footage, whatever, submit it through and then they got to verify it, everything. Once all that's done, it's going to be entered. Okay. So, and or it can remand for a new hearing. Don't know if that will happen in this case, but we will in a little bit talk about what happens in reference to appeals when it boils down to this type of case. Okay. Okay. So, let's talk about this. The delay in final decision. The appeal is paused. Okay. The appeal is on a mannequin challenge. Paused. Like that. The appeal is paused. Everything is on pause because they didn't have everything they needed. Sunshine says, what they saying is there wasn't enough evidence submitted to overturn the lower court's ruling of no bond. And that would actually be no pretrial release, because remember, there is no bond, not in the state of Illinois. So there would be no pretrial release into electronic monitoring. Okay. So more evidence needs to be submitted before they approve or reject the appeal. Exactly. It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Okay. So it's paused until the evidence is submitted, and it's paused until the appellate courts review this. Okay. So now let's talk about some things about that we need to talk about. So this order means that the appellate court is not ready to rule. Not ready. They're not ready to make a decision because they need to see all the evidence, not bits and pieces and kibbles and bits, baby. All of the evidence, right? Okay, so that alone tells you the outcome is still very much in play. She could get a yes or she could get a no. Okay, so also, and the missing evidence could be critical. They haven't seen what they needed to see to make that decision. Okay, so basically, from an advocacy standpoint, right? Evidence is missing. That's what the courts is saying. Evidence is missing. We can't do this right now. Why it wasn't included initially? Why wasn't the evidence? Because you know why? Because they always on some bullshit. Something's always missing. Something's always not adding up when it comes to them. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just calling it how I see it. Something's always the fuck missing. Right? Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all been following this case just as hard as I have been following. Okay? Another thing. Whether that evidence helps or hurts the state's detention argument. We don't know yet. Okay? So now this is what we need to do. We've spent a good little bit of time together, you guys, and I want to keep this going. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a full breakdown tonight after Key's video tonight, because I'm going to be on Key's channel watching the video. So what I want to do is I don't want to overload you guys, because we're still information that we're collecting, that we're digesting, that we're trying to figure out, because we're trying to make sure that we're on the same page and that we understand everything that's going on for the time that when we go into this next court date, which we're still in discovery phase. There's still stuff taking place in discovery. Okay. So when we come back, we're going to discuss what could take place, whether this decision is a yes or whether the decision is no. Okay. If you're going to make it, throw me a pink heart. If you're going to make it, throw me a pink heart. If you're going to make it tonight to my next live to discuss what's taking place and do a deeper breakdown, throw a pink heart. We'll come right back at this. I promise you, we're coming right back to this thing, because we need to be on the same page and we need to understand what's going on. David Ruffin says, evidence will show that Meeks was no threat. Holly did that for no reason. And we all agree. Pink hearts if you're coming after Key's show tonight. We're going to discuss what happens if they say yes. What happens if they say no. We're going to be mentally prepared for everything. Whether they say yes, whether they say no. Whether they say, and you could also state, what do you think? What do you think? Okay. I will also open the floor for someone to call in. Okay. I won't be able to bring you on my video with my app, but you can call in. But basically tonight, we will further discuss this, and we're going to be able to determine what will happen if the judges say yes. What will happen if the judges say no? If it was up to us, it will be a hell motherfucking nah. But it ain't up to us. Okay? So we're going to let the judge do their job, because guess what? They were paid to do this job. They are ordained to do this job. And we are just the people who wants justice. And thank you for joining me tonight. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys scroll down and check out some of my other stuff, because, you know, me and my husband, we're having our wedding ceremony. We're already married, yes, but we're having our public wedding ceremony, and we are doing a live. Our ceremony will be live, Facebook Live. We want you guys to be there. And also you can go check out some of my other content. But if you guys want to have a one-on-one, if you want to talk with me, you want to discuss the case, or if you want to plan to do a live with me, I would love that. And thank you for supporting me tonight. Much love to you all. See you in a couple of hours, and make sure you enjoy Keys tonight, because you know he's going to be going in. Bye, guys.